Just a quick video on some problems with the NOCO jump pack push buttons. Wanted to show you I've got a high quality Mauser sourced push button here, and here's what they do when you give them their click. First, just a click and you're down to 2 ohms. There's really no resistance, that's just internal resistance to the multimeter, and the delay you're seeing is actually the multimeters. It's very instant. It's like 100 microseconds is I think the average switch bounce in it, and the actual resistance is very tiny. It's in the micro ohms. Okay, so but then we go to the NOCO switch. And as I'm hooking this up, I'll just tell you what it does is, because there's a fair amount of resistance in it, it manages to impersonate other behaviors, as in people think that it takes a long press to say turn it on, or maybe a long press to turn it off, and it does not. The whole problem lies in the actual switch. So let's just watch this. I'm going to push it. Oops. Let me get it. There we go. Okay, so I've got a push going on, and just watch the variation. I mean, we're into, and I can't see it as good as you probably can, and we finally get down to 16 ohms. Okay, so that took a while, but it was bouncing up into the 100K and so forth. Let's do it again, and hopefully my glasses won't betray me. I'm trying to keep my head out of the picture while I'm doing this. Okay, so that was 270K. Now we're down to 39 ohms, but notice how variable it is. Okay, so it's not a good switch. So now what I want to show you is the true behavior of your NOCO is the on part of it. This is where that on switch was, and forgive me if it takes a couple of tries because I can't see it as well with my glasses at this distance, but it's an instant on. So I'm going to go tap on, tap off, okay, and that's all it is. Tap on, tap off. There's no delays. You shouldn't have to push it multiple times, shouldn't have to hold the switch down. Well, that's the same with the light. I'll go out there and get it to it. Okay, and that's going to be the same thing. I'll get the tweezers in there and we'll tap on the light. It's on, tap to scroll, and then you're off. Okay, so these are both instant. If you see any other behavior, if you have to hold your light button down for a few seconds to get it to come on, and then it seems like you can scroll through it with just a quick press, there's a reason for that, and that's because it takes a different resistance to turn. Let's go to the power button. It has to be under 500 ohms to turn it on, but it has to be under 200 ohms to turn it off. Okay, so there's a difference in the on state and the off state. The light's a little different, and I haven't measured it yet. Okay, so you have the initial on state, which powers up a little LED driver over here, and once that driver's powered up, it takes very little current, so it can mimic. The symptom would be, hey, it takes a long press to turn my light on, but then I go tap, 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 scroll right through, and it's over. If that's happening, your button's bad, okay? And so it's just a simple thing. At some point, I've got a bunch of buttons coming in, and it'll be interesting. We're gonna just pop the top off of that and look at what's gonna be some sort of corrosion or some sort of cheap contact arrangement inside here that's causing that resistance. And so again, and the reason why probably NOCO's getting away with this, and it's, you know, everybody hasn't called foul, is these things still work, but people think that I need a long press to turn it on, or a long press to turn it off. No, turn it on, short press, turn it off, short press, light on with a short press. And if you're getting any other behavior, it's because you have these bad buttons. And once I've ordered a few different buttons, and replacing buttons is kind of like replacing wives. There's a lot of specs you got to consider, and it may take a couple of tries. I've got 3 different styles because there's different force tensions in these, and you don't want to end up with one that's too easy to press on the NOCO. So I've got a few different grams of force to turn it on, and there's other things, but in the batch that I've got, I should be able to figure it out, and I bet I'll have this thing working when I'm done. So that's it.